All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronin. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's edition of the Mystery Movie Night podcast. I want to say hello to everyone currently joining us tonight on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to say welcome to new member, well, new-ish member, well, continuing member, channel member, incoming member, hi, Netters Network. All right. My co-host for this evening is waiting patiently backstage. Only one this evening. I will explain why. My co-host tonight sent someone to my house who then punched me in the ear and said that she will be the only guest this evening. So before I am harmed any further, I will bring her on. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you'll love her. She's the reason why I know you're all really here. In this corner.
Yeah, I strong-armed you into this one. Just let me be on here tonight, right? I want to be the center of attention and all that.
So, how have you been? It's
been
a while since we've done this. Yeah.
It has. Yeah, it has. And then this one came out. I have an interesting story to tell about an advanced screener that I was going to attend tonight, which it's pointless now because it's the same one we saw last night. I canceled that to do this live stream, and then we found out what last night's movie was. Like, oh, okay. So I don't feel like I'm missing out.
No, not at all. All righty. Well, let's just go ahead and let the folks know what last night's movie was, and again, we were correct. It is Christopher Landon's Drop.
Yep. The trailers gave it away because I had heard that there was a discussion between that or the Ballad of whatever, that other one.
The Wallace Island or whatever.
That did fall into sort of the time frame and the rating. But when the trailers came up, I said to my movie buddy, I said, it's going to be dropped because these trailers they're more like, thriller, horror type stuff. So I was just pretty convinced it absolutely was once the trailers started. And I was so happy to see that that's what it ended up being.
Well, I was only hoping that if it did turn out to be this movie, that it would be good, or at least not outstay its welcome, because it is a movie that is under 95 minutes.
It's quite short.
It does move at a pretty good clip. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
All right. Brief. Kind of a brief synopsis. We have a young woman, Violet, played by Megan Fahey, who is also in Your Monster, which we reviewed last year.
She was. Okay, I didn't pay attention to her in that. Like, I didn't notice her. I didn't notice her until The Unbreakable Boy.
She's in that as well. Yes,
I totally forgot her performance in Monster. Completely. Your Monster, I mean. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
She plays a character named Violet, who is coming off of a very abusive prior marriage. She's going out on a blind date. First one she's had.
It wasn't a blind date.
Well, as it turned out, it wasn't. No,
that one wasn't. There was the guy she ran into that was on his blind date, but she had been communicating with this fella.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, that's where I got confused. Right. My bad. In the synopsis, it says she's the one on the blind date. That's not technically true.
They need to rewrite that.
They need to fix that. Yeah. Might confuse the issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's on the state for the first time. He's a photographer who works for the mayor's
Mayor's
office.
office. Mhm.
And he's Henry, I think was his name. Henry.
Yes. Yes, I believe so.
Played by an actor whose name I'm having a bit of a trouble pronouncing. Good guy, good actor though, good actor.
I kept thinking he was one of the Hemsworth brothers, but I was like, "No, I don't think
No.
so," 'cause I'm familiar with all of their faces, but I
Yeah.
kept thinking he was the oldest one, and then I looked him up, and he's some American guy from New Jersey.
Yeah.
He's definitely not a Hemsworth.
Yeah,
What was his name?
Brendan, not it's Sklar, something like that. I
Oh,
can
okay.
pronounce it. My
Okay.
bad if like he's listening. I'm sorry, but you're good in the movie.
Just
I'll
in
give you
case you're
that.
watching.
Just in case you're watching.
I really liked your acting.
Yes. You're good in the movie. Which is one of the saving graces of the movie is that they're both very likable,
Yes,
very
I like their
fast,
chemistry.
and, indeed, yeah. Um, so they go on the state to this restaurant that, of course, naturally is on the top of a skyscraper because, of course,
Of course, right? Why not?
because where else would it be?
Yeah, yeah.
And, which will lead to some issue, late in the film. Um, and, basically and I really wasn't familiar with the concept of a drop, and it's essentially people annoying you to death with memes.
It wasn't either until I saw the trailer, because I did
Mm,
see the trailer for this,
mhm,
and then I was like, "Okay, I'm interested."
mhm.
But yeah, I'd never heard of that. I find it very convenient that she had exactly the type of phone that was needed in order for this harassment to happen. What if she'd had an Android? I don't think it would have worked as well. Y'all don't get your iPhones anymore. Just switch to Android or that was just a thought that came to me. I was like, iPhones for everyone? It's like everyone in the freaking place had an iPhone.
I know, right?
I mean, what were the odds? Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, what would they have done if she didn't have an iPhone? I don't
I
know
know.
if there's a comparable app for an Android that would enable you to do something like that.
Mm,
Oh, whatever, that's a
mm.
tangent.
Yeah, I don't know if technological wise what happens in this film is possible, but let's
Maybe
say
iPhone users will clue us in.
yeah.
I truly have no idea.
Let's say for the sake of argument that it does.
Well,
And
and the freaky thing about this feature
uh-huh,
is unless it's something that they completely made up for the movie, but the freaky thing about it is you can see everybody's name. Like she had like uh, why?
yeah.
I
If
wouldn't be wanting to make my name available that way at
if
all.
everybody had this tech in Person of Interest, that show would have lasted exactly 2 episodes.
Right. Well, that
Because it
was
would have
many
already
years
been over.
ago.
"Oh, I know where you are.
Exactly.
I'll just send my mercenary/sidekick slash sidekick over there to kick your ass right now, and we'll end this
Well,
thing."
as
You
long
know?
as you're within 50 feet. It has
As
something to do with distance too.
yeah.
So, whatever.
And hello to John Doe Juggalo, who's my
Hey,
guest previously on Reserved Seats. Good to see you.
oh,
All right.
cool. Well,
Yeah.
they're on this
Mhm,
date. She's getting messages from someone who's she thinks is spamming her. She doesn't know what the heck is going on. But then the
mhm,
messages get increasingly threatening. And then she realizes, I mean, this is basically all in the trailer.
mhm,
She realizes there is someone in her home that is threatening her child and that whoever is, basically strong arming her into doing this thing, they want her to kill her date, and she doesn't know why. And she's trying to navigate the evening. That's the situation she's dealing with.
right. It's very much a similar situation to Liam Neeson in Nonstop.
It's been a long time since I saw
Yeah,
that, so I've
it
forgotten the details of that one.
yeah yeah.
Okay,
It's very reminiscent of that. Uh,
okay.
I was also reminded a little bit of Red Eye with Killian
Yep,
Murphy
right,
and
right. I've seen
Rachel
that one
McAdams.
a
Yeah.
a few more times than I have seen
Um,
Nonstop, but yeah.
mhm. So this is very much a movie in the same vein. It does feel like it is a thriller from that time period, you
Mm.
know? This
It's a
would be kind of
Blumhouse
the missing link
production.
between the 2. Yeah, and,
It can be hit or miss.
yeah, to say the least. Um, but this is one I was, I went into this with some trepidation, I said,
Oh, did you? Okay.
you gotta allow me. I had a feeling it was gonna be the movie for this week, and I was like, "Y I gotta make an allowance for the fact that I might not like it." Because the problem I have with movies like this is it gets to a point where it starts to get very awkward for the lead character because 2 things are going to happen that are not happening. Number 1, why didn't this guy just get up and leave after a certain point? He almost
Well,
does
he
though.
was about ready to,
He was
and then
ready
she
to.
she she
Yeah.
lick lop she lick she lip locked with
Flip
him,
locked him.
and he
Yeah.
stayed, okay? So, yeah, that it's understandable, he changed
That
his
that
mind
was
real
that
quick.
was a good save. And,
Yeah.
and then there's also going to be the point where everyone else in the room and the movie, once they get up to the dining room of this restaurant, you're pretty much there. It's almost a stage play.
Yes, it takes place almost entirely in this one location. The only other place that it takes place in is, in her house.
Mhm,
And then, of course, there's that scene at the very beginning, which is also shown in flashback, which is I don't know if that's the same house or another one, but it's not something. Oh, and at one point she's in a car, but it's very
mhm,
centrally located in this restaurant.
right, and pretty much real time too once it gets there,
Mhm.
um,
Yes.
which was, again, a very interesting, um, concept. Very Hitchcockian, very much like Rope, his film Rope, which is
Mm.
also pretty much a movie that takes place in one room, um, for about 80 minutes with
Been a
very
while
minimal
since I've seen that one
cuts,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, again, although the difference between this movie and that one is this one feels less stagey.
Okay.
Um, right, so don't get me wrong when I say stage play, no. It does feel like a film, it doesn't feel like a play, but because
Mm.
you're in one central location for pretty much 80 to 85 minutes of a 95-minute movie, it does feel like
It's something that could translate to a play.
it is. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Um, and because like the poster says there, everyone is a suspect, which is very much
Yes.
very again, very much like a Scream film because
Yeah.
it does go in and out. Um, I do have to admit one thing though.
Okay.
When they you do get that reveal of who is the inside individual, so to speak,
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
is the obvious person.
Um, with that one of the obvious persons, there were red herrings, obviously,
Yeah, but I f
so
I figured it out by who they cast.
oh, okay, so I didn't
Yeah.
know okay, so we won't reveal who this person is, but I did not r so I was thinking when the reveal
Mhm,
happened, I was thinking, if this was an actor that I recognized, I probably would have felt that this person was the one.
mhm.
But because I didn't recognize their face, that didn't, you know, filter into my thought process about it.
Mhm.
So I was just going off of the way the different characters were acting. There was the very clear red herring
Oh, yeah.
at the beginning, um, and I was like, "Well, okay, if this had been the case, I could see how this thing could have been done with her phone if this had been the person, you know." But obviously, this is not the only person that she encounters in the restaurant, so you know.
Mhm.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say what I felt about the film.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
indeed.
I there were some moments at the end that I felt like required a little bit too much suspension of disbelief, and so I had a couple, inward eyeball roll moments, but as a whole, everything else leading up to that and some of the stuff in the final scene, final moments of the film, I feel
Mhm.
like it made up for those shortcomings, and the humor I did not I didn't realize how funny this movie was gonna be. Their
Yeah.
waiter, oh my gosh. Their
Because
waiter,
yeah,
he
because
was
you have that opening second of, "Oh, oh, no, don't." And then, because I was there was a moment there where I was like, "No, don't go down the It's a Wonderful Knife route, Landon.
Oh,
Don't,
yeah.
no."
Mm.
And then they throw in the whole thing of, "Oh, of course this guy is telling bad jokes because he's like this improv comedian, right? He's not there yet." And that's what
He
works
was
about it.
so
But
funny. His
he's
face, oh my god,
yeah,
his facial expressions, just he was like, this guy, and then it was his first night, right? Wasn't that
yeah,
like his first night?
it
And
is. Yeah.
there was all this stuff going on, and he kind of got caught up in it.
Mhm.
And well, let's change table. No, let's not change the table. I'm gonna leave. No, I'm not gonna leave. This poor guy. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah,
loved
indeed.
his performance so much.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I like this movie too. It's, like I said, it's very Hitchcockian. The
Mhm.
leads knock it out of the park. They're
Great
great
acting,
here.
great
Um,
chemistry. Yeah.
indeed, indeed,
I was,
and,
I was rooting for them both
yeah.
to hook up, that this have a happily ever after for them. That was my desire for both of them because he seemed so genuine and, very patient, very kind. And she was, dealing with her own stuff. And it was interesting. It was this mystery,
Mhm,
but also a thriller because she finds out what he's involved in and
mhm.
she figures out why there's this, death wish on him.
Right, right. Yeah, so, yeah, prose. It is very well written, very
Tight script.
fast, very tightly scripted, fast
Mhm.
paced.
Mhm.
I didn't feel like it dragged at any point.
Nope, we had
Um,
a solid intro to her,
mhm,
and so by the time she's there at the restaurant, we feel like we get her pretty
yeah,
pretty much. I mean, there's stuff that's revealed about her later that you find out, um, but I felt like it was just a perfect enough time that we spend with her before things get into motion. And of course, he's just, he shows up and then it doesn't take long before we feel like we get to know him quite well too in the midst of all this stuff.
mhm, yeah. So, so you have that. Uh, Cons. Like I said, that reveal, I kind of saw that coming from
Okay.
almost
Yeah.
the beginning.
If
So,
you knew this person, I guess I could see why because I
yeah,
didn't that was not one of the cons. I had a few cons. Um, but that wasn't one of them.
yeah.
What else
Uh,
did you have an issue
uh,
with?
my other one was like I said, and again, this is something that could very well just be the way I look at movies like this. They can, like I said, they can get awkward. And how far can you push things?
Mhm.
And there is a point where this movie does start to it does go that one tick too many
Yeah.
for me in that category.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a point to where either he should realistically just get up and leave,
Yeah, 'cause things were just a little weird.
because I
She
thought,
was
yeah,
flighty, and she's
yeah,
all over the place with her emotions, and it seemed obvious to him.
yeah.
Something was not quite right.
And there's also that point where everybody else in the room is going to start to think, okay, there is a batshit insane woman in this room with us right now, and we should maybe all just evacuate, And of course, nobody does until a certain point. And
Well,
that gets crazy when that happens. We won't
it
reveal that, but
it did for sure, but
yeah.
I didn't feel like that she unless I'm forgetting something, I
Mhm,
didn't feel like she was so overt with the way she was acting that everyone else in the room could pick up on it. There was the guy at the table.
mhm,
Obviously, the waiter was kinda caught up in the stuff, and then the manager or the person, whoever was, like the lady that was over everybody,
mhm,
and, then the bartender, but those are just like a handful of people in the whole room because they were a little bit more closely connected with her. Um, but I didn't feel like she really drew the attention of every single person until, the end, the reveal happened.
mhm.
Because once that happened, a few minutes later, very quickly, everything just kind of chaos
It
happened.
it escalates.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah. And and there is a point, again, we're not gonna give it away, that is so beautifully set up. And if it's done right, I think people are gonna forget about it until it happens. And I went, "That was good.
Mm. I
That
would
was
like
good."
to talk with you a little bit off screen when
Off
this is
screen,
over,
because it'll be
because
a spoiler, but,
yeah, and I
yeah.
do want to explicitly talk about some of the things that bothered me,
Mhm.
without giving it away because I would like to encourage people to, and since it's just you and me, I would like to encourage people to watch this,
Oh,
um,
absolutely. Yeah.
because I do think it's a fun watch. I think for the most
I
part,
hope so.
you'll enjoy it.
How much this was not.
Come on, Levi. Sorry, I'm trying to get my dog. But there's like something
Mhm.
that happens. Obviously, like I said, suspension of some disbelief. The ability to navigate a sorry, this takes place in my dog. This takes place in Chicago.
Mhm.
The ability to get from one place to another, just given like neighborhood and city. Oh, hi, Enigma. Um, I'm a little skeptical about the timing of certain events.
Yeah.
There was a time where there was moving from point A to point B, and it happened way too quick, I think, given the
Mhm.
geography. Then there's also something that, and this is the stuff I'll get more specific with you when we're off screen. Um, you see a certain thing happen, and it seems pretty clear it's happening. And then later it's revealed it didn't happen. And I'm like, well, doggone it. I was looking, and it really seemed like this thing happened, but it supposedly didn't.
Yeah. I actually would like to get a look at that
Yes, I was having a
again.
conversation with
Um,
someone, on Instagram about this, and I
mhm.
indicated, next time I see this, because I will watch it again. Next time I see it, I want to look closely because I am pretty doggone sure we saw this thing happen.
Mhm.
The audience did.
Yeah. And and
So
and if I explain the reference to that scene that I really want to tell you.
Yeah.
It would give.
We'll
Oh,
end this.
you went there. Okay.
We'll end this stream a few minutes before the hour mark, so we can talk about it before you have to go to your next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then there were some other things that, like, there was something that she did. Once she realized what was expected of her initially in the very beginning, right? She was told, you need to do thus and so. When she then started to do thus and so, she took the time out to look at a certain thing or things. And I felt like that was obviously done because the audience needed to see what was really happening, and her character or what was behind, or what was the reason for this thing that was going on, and her character was the tool to get that done. But realistically, would she really have taken the time to look like she did, to look at this stuff like she did, before just proceeding to do what had been asked of her? I felt like that was a little bit unrealistic. And if you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, I'll tell you when we talk back screen.
Okay.
But those were the main things, and it certainly was not. It was not anything that's going to make me downgrade this film, but it is something that kind of sticks out to me. But everything else was so enjoyable, especially the comedy, because I felt like the comedy was just right. It wasn't goofy and ridiculous, and it fit in pretty well. And I really love the main leads. I love their chemistry with each other and their acting. So any shortcomings this movie has, it's made up for by those other things. So I do recommend this film. It's a pretty decent one from Blumhouse. Hey, DJ. How you doing?
Nice. Good to see you. All righty. Well, yeah, like I said, my main two issues are pretty much mine. Having I think I was just kind of hoping there would be more of a twist on that reveal, like maybe there were actually two of them in there, maybe. And
Okay.
not just
Yeah.
one, maybe that would have fixed it. And like I said, this movies like this, after a while, if they're not written as well, they do tend to get a little awkward and go to a point past where it would be realistic to where everybody would still be sticking around.
Especially her date.
Yeah,
even the kiss shouldn't have been enough.
you gotta go, and there was a point where I felt realistically he's gone. He's not going to wait for her to come back. She's going to come back to that table. He is not going to be there.
Yeah. You think maybe if they trimmed off about 5 minutes or so of a lot of the stuff that was going on, because it was very obvious. Like, we know what's up with her, but from his perspective, he doesn't. He just can sense something is off.
He has to. And even not really until really the very end does he know exactly what is going on.
Right.
But
right.
Up to that point, there is a point where he is starting to put the puzzle pieces together, and which I did like. It's like they don't make the characters in this movie dumb.
Yeah,
I don't think.
True.
True. They're sticking around a little bit longer than they should be, but they're not dumb. Everybody is starting to, and once other characters start to realize, okay, this woman is not acting normally. Clearly, there is something up.
Well, the bartender is even.
The bartender thinks it's.
She's in tune. She thinks it's the date. Yeah. And
And
rightly so. I mean,
yeah,
obviously, she would have no other idea that it's anything else. But,
right.
obviously those moments they were dragged on a little bit to continue to heighten the suspense. But, I did start to get this feeling that, wow, she's really pushing the limit here.
Hmm.
And so I know exactly what you're talking about, and even I started to feel a little, um it not necessarily in a negative way, but a little agitated that sh it's hard to explain, like, I was putting myself in his position,
Hmm.
and she was just acting a skosh too much. Like with the
Yeah,
stuff she was doing. She's like I said, she just seemed like she was someone who was a little bipolar. She's happy,
yeah,
then she's tense, and then she's crying, and then she's happy, and then she's kissing him, and then she's let's get a drink, and then no,
yeah,
she lies, and he catches her in lies at some point,
yeah.
as things go on. So it's like, dude,
And remember, this is all real time that
yeah,
this is happening in, and
yes,
she's going through all of these different emotions within the
pretty quick,
span of about 75 minutes.
yeah,
She's
or
happy,
less,
she's sad, she's
or
scared,
less, yeah.
she's yeah, and it's
So
this
it's like he's probably
constant
thinking, "What
back
did I
and
get
forth, and
myself into?"
okay, remember the part where I said I hated those apps? I'm throwing my phone out the window, um,
Jeez.
I know, yeah, just don't no dating apps, folks, just
Yeah,
don't
no more.
do
None
it.
of that.
Meet people normally, please.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I mean, aside from, like I said, those 2 kind of really minor things, and Hello to Dark Woods Presents, good deal. Yeah, I dug this movie, I like this. This was a
Yep,
surprise.
yep,
Um,
yep.
maybe this is the one that's gonna be my big surprise for the year, who knows? But,
Yep.
yeah, this is one of the better movies I've seen this year. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Um,
I haven't rated it yet,
like I said, it was
but yeah, it was fun.
you know, it,
Oop, you blinked out there a bit, deleted. I didn't hear what you said.
uh,
Oh, you're frozen now.
am I still on?
You're I can hear your voice now, but you're frozen. Yes, Enigma. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Oh, hey, double feature. How are you guys doing? Good to see you here. Did you see the mystery movie last night? If any of you guys watched it as well, let us know. Um, in case if since you're anybody coming
Mm.
into it now, you probably don't know, but the mystery movie was Drop, the Blumhouse production. Solid thriller and recommend. Despite some minor issues I had with it, I enjoyed it uh, much more than any of those issues. They did not drag it down for me.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
were talking
I
and
don't
then
know
you
if anybody
froze,
can
so
still
good.
hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I
Okay,
was
I hope. Sorry. Hopefully, everybody can still see and hear me.
yeah, I can
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is a good movie, folks. This is a good movie. Go see it. The leads are excellent. Everybody's
Mhm.
actually pretty good in this,
Yeah,
across the board. But in particular, the 2 leads, who are usually based on their filmographies, are usually like supporting characters in these things. So you're seeing usually supporting actors being put
playing
to the
lead
forefront,
lead roles.
and
Yeah.
they playing the lead, and they rise to the occasion. They're both very good here.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yep.
yeah, check this movie out, folks. I like it. Hello to
Yep.
the Double Feature podcast.
Yep. They said they're
Excellent,
gonna
great
go
to see
see
you.
see it. I hope you enjoy it.
All right,
Um,
on.
so yeah. Enigma, I agree about Ungentlemanly Warfare. That one was I wasn't super in love with it, but it was enjoyable enough. There was touch of comedy to it, and the story was interesting. And I'm curious to see what you think about Novocaine. I personally enjoyed this more than Novocaine. So they're both sort of thriller-ish
Right.
movies, but Novocaine was much more on the action-y side.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And like I said, this one is more of a Hitchcockian suspense
Yes. Mystery
thriller.
thriller
If you
sort of thing.
Mhm. And if you like Nonstop, if you like Red Eye, if you like movies like that, you're gonna like this. It very much fits that mold.
Yeah, basically a movie where someone is put in a situation where lives are on the line, but they have to pretend like everything is normal, and you can imagine how absolutely impossible that would be. So, yep, thumbs up.
Right on.
And no spoilers from us today.
Yeah, no spoilers. This was a
Jack Quaid.
non-spoiler review. We do not want to give this away. Jack Quaid was in Novocaine, yes.
Fight or Flight?
However, Fight
What
or
was
Flight. Yeah.
Wait, is that oh,
Oh,
is that
Bullet
the,
Plane? Yeah.
oh, is that the one with Josh Hartnett?
Josh Hartnett, yeah.
That's out already? Is that out already? I have totally missed it then because I've been meaning to watch it. That one looked fun. So yeah, Red Eye is kind of similar. Bullet Train movie, but on the plane. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to watch it. So much stuff to watch, you guys.
Mhm. Double features. This big fan of Red Eye, so should be right up our alley. Yeah, very
I
much
think you
so.
guys are gonna like it. I do.
Yeah.
Just the waiter. The waiter. He was like one of the best parts. The whole thing with the waiter. Poor guy.
Yeah. It's a hell of a first day.
I know. So yeah. I can't wait to talk more specifics with you. I even shortened our timer so that we could talk a little bit before you had to go. Because I got some stuff I want to say.
Does look like fun, the new one with Josh. Yeah, I'm going to track that down and give it a look as well. Let's see. I also said no.
Not enough time.
I know so much to watch. Is true.
Not
yeah.
enough time. Tell you.
This is,
Hartnett's.
Enigmas.
I've always.
I would strongly argue Hartnett is back as a
I've always
solid
him.
star. Sorry, I know. We're yeah.
Ever since H2O.
Yeah. He's always been very solid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think Trap was great, but he was fine in it.
Right.
So I don't have much more to say about this film without just repeating myself. And what are you doing? Deleted. Oh goodness. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh
Can
Hartnett.
everybody hear me now? Okay,
Yes, I was like, I was
okay.
all of a sudden big. I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, me too. Double feature. Oh yeah, my brother's 2 books. There's 2 of them. The Hit List, On the Hit List, and The Tide Turns. Yeah, those ones. I know. It was pointed out to me. Why don't you put Tim's books behind you in the background? I was like, oh yeah, duh. Why don't I? So now they're there. In addition to Dungeon Crawler Carl, which you guys will be hearing about at some point when the TV show comes out. That's our big production with Sound Booth Theater. And Deleted. Make me small, please. Oh my gosh. Did his internet crap out? I think it did. Yeah, he's not here anymore. Okay. Well, let me just oh gosh. Hopefully he'll be back. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, double feature. My brother has written 3 books, and we've made audiobooks of this one, On the Hit List. On the Hit List, this is like a comedy crime adventure story. And then this was his first novel. This is a action adventure stuff. Action adventure. Oh, and my other brother, I don't think I mentioned, my other brother did the artwork. We have artwork for each chapter that he did. I mean, for each chapter, my brother did artwork. It takes place in the 80s. And it's kind of got elements of true stuff woven into it. So yeah. There's that. Okay. All right. I'm done advertising my brother's book. Enigma. I got tired of Reacher season 2, and I stopped watching because I felt like it had fallen off so bad in quality. Deleted, I swear to goodness, he needs to get his internet fixed. Sorry, you guys, it's just me again. Oh, thank you, double feature. Yeah, my brother, he loves to write, and I've edited his books. I've edited all 3 of his books, and we've got audiobooks of the first 2, like I said. Yeah, Matt, he's really, really, really good. Matt's my bodybuilder brother who also happens to be an artist, and he's going to be starting a YouTube channel as well. I'm going to help him get things set up whenever I go up there in a couple weeks. I'm going to be up in Jersey for a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard about that double feature, but have not seen it. It's a little harder to commit to shows. That's the problem. And Deleted is back. Okay.
I hope
Sorry,
so.
Deleted. You just keep crapping out, and I have to kind of take over. VHS Charles.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
So, yep.
Yeah, The Bondsman looks good.
Yeah. I just saw a picture of it, and the picture interested me, but I have no clue what it's about or anything. But it does look good.
And Hello to Big Al Presents, who's joined us as well. The creator of the 10-Word Review.
See how he does
host of Films with Friends. And I'll be joining him this Friday at 8 as for Films Watch Top Secret.
Oh yeah, my son wants to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been decades since I saw that one. All because we know Sashi? All because we all know Sashi? Okay. Sashi, I hope he's doing well. He's not here tonight, but yeah. His bondsman who is okay. Yes, I did hear something about there being a supernatural slant to it. Okay. Okay, I'm definitely interested, but I have no idea when I'll get around to it. Cuz I only have 50 million movies to watch too. They do. It's a little frustrating, to be honest. So, oh well. Sorry, Deleted. Are you gone again? Oh dear, help us. This is a remake of R.I.P.D. Yeah, but for the devil. I've heard White Lotus is good, Big Al, but I have not seen that. That's right, I forgot Ryan Reynolds was in that. Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges. I never saw that whole movie. I do not know if Deleted is actually gone. No, he's not, because he's popping the comments up.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do anything else, but yeah.
Okay, maybe we should start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Before your internet completely dies on you or something.
Yeah, who knows with mine anymore. I just for those of you who are new to the show, apologies. I am in an area where there is a very notoriously bad internet.
You need to get
So,
broadband deleted. I feel like you don't have
yeah.
broadband.
Um,
Like cable
maybe I
internet
don't.
or fiber or something. Yeah, it's because
Mm,
as much as you live stream, I really feel like it's super important for what you
yeah,
need to do. Maybe that
indeed,
I'll get
indeed.
around to that someday double feature. I don't know. White Lotus, but yeah, I have heard good things about it.
Yeah. All right. Let me scroll back through the chat real quick because I think I did miss a few things there. Yeah, Bondsman looks good. Fight or Flight. I think that's on VOD already.
Yes,
Um,
but where? Is it Netflix?
um, no, I don't think it's Netflix.
Okay.
Where I saw it is
Oh,
Arg
okay. Oh, okay,
maybe.
our matey. Okay.
Uh, which and the fact that it didn't get a theatrical release, not where I live anyway. But
That no, I don't think it was in my I would have probably gone to see
no,
it because
I might have too. Yeah.
it did look interesting. Looked
What
like
was that
something
other
up my
one?
alley.
There was another one this year. Locked. Locked didn't get a
Oh,
theatrical release where I lived.
yes. Oh, not where you lived. It did where I lived.
None.
That stinks.
Yeah.
I actually saw that film
Hmm.
beforehand. Um, and then it was in theaters not much longer after that. So I thought that was a pretty enjoyable. That's actually a remake. That's a remake of an I think Argentinian film. I think
Is
it was
it?
Argentinian called 4 by 4. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm curious to watch that one too, so I can, see
Okay.
what the differences are, similarities.
Right. Um, yeah, I did attempt to upgrade on my end, but that didn't work out. So
Well, you did something with your modem, but the issue's not your modem. The issue is your
uh,
actual service.
yeah, from the looks of things. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You have very,
uh,
very slow speeds.
very slow speeds indeed. Streaming services won't give releases due to deleted using all the bandwidth. Well, do what I can.
I've
Hello to
heard of that
Caveat
movie.
Ties. Uh, oh yeah,
Yeah, I've heard
2010,
of
The
that
Secret
one.
in Their Eyes is one of the best movie mysteries was made. Got an Oscar for it, and an American remake that makes no sense because it was an American remake in art Argentina. So
Oh, I didn't know they made an American remake of that one.
Julia Roberts, yeah,
What was it called? Same
The
thing?
Secret in Their Eyes, yeah.
Oh, wait, wait, wait. I do remember that, but I didn't watch it because Julia Roberts. So I'll probably watch the original.
Probably. And hello to Last Call with Troy Pacelli. Talk to Elon. He'll hook you up with that
Yeah,
satellite
maybe
deal.
Starlink, but you gotta get
Nerd
some broadband
support.
going because it feels like you have DSL or something. Your speeds are so, so slow. It's a
Yeah,
wonder you can even do what you do as often as you do.
yeah. Uh, yes, same title. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
I do remember
Yeah,
now.
but yeah, let's I think we've pretty much said everything we want to say about the movie without going into spoilers, which we do not want to do.
Right.
So yeah, to this week's film, Drop, from director Christopher Landon. Go and check it out. It's a thriller in the vein of Nonstop and Red Eye. Um, very kind of mystery suspense film. Very Hitchcockian in how it's
Mhm.
done, and check it out. And hello to Netters Network.
Hey,
All
Knitter.
right, all right. So, Sin, any final words before we start closing things out?
Doing a live stream tomorrow with Sound Booth Theater. We're going to be talking about the Return of the King animated movie from 1980, I think, and
Mhm.
Willow and Elysium. That's my immediate live stream schedule. And I'm gonna go see Vampire Hunter D on Thursday, 40th anniversary. Might do a review of that, not sure.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. And hello to our man from the future, Sashi. Enigma says, need to go back and watch Vertigo with all this Hitchcock stuff. Indeed.
It's been a while since I've seen Vertigo. I love Hitchcock stuff.
Final words. Dang it. Late again. Double feature podcast says, we'll let you guys know what we think of the film. Indeed. I think everybody's going to like this one.
Yeah, I think for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it with probably one of the bigger crowds I've had in the
pretty
theater
animated
for a while.
Crowd. There was some clapping and laughter.
Yeah.
No one walked out that I saw.
No, me either. When does it drop?
It drops this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
I see what you did there.
So go and check it. Tough weekend. We have this. Warfare comes out this weekend.
Yeah.
We have the animated King of Kings with Ben Kingsley from Angel Studio. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty full weekend, and we also have that G20 movie from Amazon, which I cannot wait to riff on while I'm watching it.
I think I'll be passing on that one.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Well, since told you where she's going to be, as far as myself, if you're watching my channel, for those of you who may still be left, hopefully there's a few of you, stay tuned to the end of the broadcast. You'll be redirected to my next show, which will be in about 35 minutes, entitled Live from Sparkwood 21, which is a retrospective of the Twin Peaks television series, which is co-hosted by myself and Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Aged Boomer. For the last 4 weeks, we have been watching the fan film Queen of Hearts, and its writer, director, editor, cinematographer, co-star, caterer, key grip, and all-around factotum on that film, Cameron Cloutier from the Obnoxious and Anonymous YouTube channel will be joining us for a Q&A. We're going to discuss the film. We're going to discuss the original series, his influences and whatnot. So it's going to be a fun one. We've really been looking forward to this for a while now. So yeah. And for those of you who missed the beginning of the broadcast, it's going to be up. It's on both of our channels. Mm-hmm. Please, do thumbs up, hit the like, share out the streams.
I'll probably do a review of this one as well, like an individual review.
Right on. All right. So I do want to thank everybody who joined us on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. And, of course, everybody who joined us here in the chat. Yeah, Enigma, the accountant, too, on the 25th. Yeah, looking forward to that.
I'm going to be seeing that with my brother up in Jersey. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I want to say hello to everybody who was in the chat. John Doe Juggalo, Enigma Everest, DJ Playnice, Dark Woods Presents, Double Feature Podcast. Welcome. Sashi. Big Al Presents. Troy and Netter. And Caveat.
Oh, dear.
And I think that was everybody. If I missed you, many apologies. All right. So, Sin, any last words?
No, just those live streams and got some reviews coming up for some movies that I saw last week. One of them, Hell of a Summer, and I forgot what the other one was. I swear to goodness, we need to end this broadcast because he keeps freezing. Oh dear, here I am. Sorry, you guys. I can't end it. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't end the broadcast. All I can do is leave the studio, but the broadcast will continue. So I'm hoping oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We need to wrap this up.
Sorry again, folks. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. As I always say at the end of every show, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. We do appreciate it. Thank you, Sin, for bearing with me and joining me for this week. Thank you to our arms who are not with us tonight. Kyle off the cover and Corey of Wilkie's Movies and Music.
Paul from Off the Cover, Corey and yeah. Sorry, never mind. I thought you forget it. I brain farted.
And of course, thank you to everyone in the chat once again.
Yeah, thanks for your patience.
HQ.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh, deleted. We were really close. He was really close to hitting that button. But it hasn't happened. And here I am again, all by my lonesome. I swear.
I am trying to close the show. No, damn it. All right.
I want to talk to you too, backstage, about this stuff.
Yes, I know.
I'm not sure how that's going to work out. All right. Sorry, you guys. So sorry. Thank you for your patience. I know.
All right. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Sin. As I always say at the end of every show, from HQ in all points north, south, east. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Okay, you did it. You made it. Oh, we having a heart out or no? Oh, gosh. I have no idea if we're doing a heart out or not. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Okay. I know, Troy. He has dropped in and out so many times. I've lost count now. And he keeps getting really close to ending it, and then he doesn't. And here I am. I'm still, and I can't end it. Okay, deleted.
Okay, sorry about that, folks. I thought I
end that stream.
Yeah.
Just end it.
Let me do that very quickly. Last call, Troy Pacelli. Thank you, sir, for joining us right at the end here.
Hey, Troy.
I was just coming in to close the stream.
Issues. I just want to end the stream.
Thank you, Troy. Because he's probably going to freeze again. This has been one heck of a live stream.
I hope that cup has bourbon in it. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Can everybody just see and hear me? Just tell me yes or no if anybody can see and hear me, please.
Yes. For now, we can. For now. Hit that button. Hit
because
that button.
I don't think we're out yet.
No, we're not. Hit that button.
I'll do it.
Thank you.